Welcome back, guys. We were left with the question number 6. So, recent research in the USA has found that areas with more dentists per person have much lower rates of obesity than neighboring areas of similar population size. So, this seems something important. So, the more dentists per person we have, the lower the rates of obesity. Clearly, public health authorities concerned with obesity rates should focus more resources on the provision of dental care. So, public health authorities should be concerned with this previous statement that the more dentists we have, the lower the rates of obesity. In the end, the author says that dentists are neglected assets in the struggle against the serious health problems associated with obesity. Okay. Which of the following is the best statement of the flaw in the above argument? So the question is asking us to think about the test, to think about a possible flaw in the argument. So we have to think about something the author does not or have not taken into account. So we have to think about the test and see if there is anything that can make this argument weaker. Okay, letter A. It assumes dental care in the USA is somewhat similar to that found elsewhere. So the test says only that neighboring areas of similar population size with less dentists have higher rates of obesity. The test in this case does not take into account something different from the USA, because it says that neighboring areas of similar population size. So it takes only the USA into the account, into the equation. So this is a pretty good explanation, but in this case the test only talks about the USA, so it can be actually eliminated. Letter B, it ignores factors that might prevent public health authorities from spending more on obesity and related conditions. Okay, in this case, the authors says that they should focus more resources, so they should take some resources from other things and spending them on having more dentists. So the point that health authorities does not want does not want to spend more is not relevant, so we can ignore this. It assumes that a higher number of dentists cause lower obesity rates. Yes. If we see in the test is giving us this conclusion that people in areas with more dentists have lower rates of obesity, but it does not give us an evidence that is supporting this thesis. So we can see that the authors actually assumes that thing, because it never talks about this research. It only says that there is a research, but it never talks about that research. So yes, this is a pretty good answer. Letter D. It assumes that obesity rates should be a priority concern for public health authorities. Okay, yes, the author says that public health authorities have to be concerned about this. But you can see that it's clearly something that the public health authorities would have to do. It's not the the best flow in the argument. So we can actually eliminate letter D as well, because we have something a little bit better, in this case letter C. That's why we want to read and to skim through every possible answer, because there might be some answers that could be, it could be that that public health authorities does not take these obesity rates as a priority concern. But you can see that we have a greater flow, the flow that the author does not talk about this statement he has made, does not support his statement. Letter E. It ignores the fact that help and advice concerning obesity can be delivered in a variety of ways. This is not relevant. So we can see that our answer is actually letter C.